cutting the window aperture in. Put some holes out so all the ash can fall through. Move it, ash will fall through. The piece here is really heavy. We have put a door on it. Now we're going to put a roof on there and a chimney. Okay guys, this is a container that we're building. As you can see, it is a 16 foot by 8 foot. This is for a lady's back garden, and she wants something that she can place in the bottom of the garden that's secure and very durable. This has a lifespan of around 50 years, being a Cortex steel box. But yeah, I'll show you later. So far, we have just started putting the apertures in. This was actually one shipping container, which we've actually chopped in half, and we've put 2 apertures in. We put a partition in. If you look around here, we've actually built those back ends ourselves. We put windows in. Just starting to put windows in. If I come back down here, so we've put a bulkhead. She's asked us to put like a separate area, whether it's going to be a toilet or a storeroom, we're not sure. I think it's going to be a storeroom. And that access to this room is going to be through this door. The size of this shipping container originally was a 40 foot, but the original, it is actually 16 foot. We've chopped them down to 16 foot. They're 8 foot wide, and the bulkhead is 4 foot by about 10 foot. So I'll update you as we progress forwards. Today, my brother and I are going to build a furnace, something just crude and rough, just so the lads can stay warm as the nights come out, the days get colder at work. So we're going to just sort of build a huge furnace so people can stand around and get warm, the lads can get warm. We're going to start off, we found these old frames on the floor. So these 2 old frames, I think we're going to use these. Let's get welding. Okay, we have now, the frame is there on the bottom, one of the frames, and we're just crudely welding this up together with old second-hand steel we've got lying around. We don't really want to spend any money. So this is the ash box. This is just, as you can see, it's just sliding on angle. Very crude, but it is going to all be on fire. So my brother's just come up with an idea that we can use these as, what are they going to be? Riddlers. So these are the things we're going to mount these on a grate there, and these are going to spin, and they'll have a handle here which slides, which causes the ash to fall through the grill, through the griddlers, into the ash box. This will be the ash box. And as you can see, we've crudely just welded this together out of bits of scrap we found lying around the yard. So, well, what you found? Oh, my brother's found a bit of grill. What we're doing with this, bro?
I'll show you.
So, that'll go in there. Then we're going to put a hood. We're going to mount some sort of hood up on here, and we're going to use road plate, something that will hold the heat in. So we're going to use pretty thick, probably 10 mil, 10, 12 mil road, minimum thick road plate. So it's going to have a bit of a hood. It's going to look a bit like a semi-detached house, and a bit of a pot-bellied stove thing going on. But yeah, and we can just drag this out. There'll be another handle on the back, so we can carry it, or just maybe put it on that forklift over there. So yeah, for those of you who like little tiny containers, my brother and I made this little box. We made this. This was a couple of years ago. We put this together out of bits of scrap of metal, believe it or not. And while the lads are working, I've just decided to tinker about, make a furnace for the middle of the yard here so we can keep warm. Okay, let's carry on, get this thing together. I can hear the boys are welding, so let's see what they're doing. This looks like it's going to be some sort of burger bar we're building. As you can see, the lads are fabricating here. The shipping container. So we had just started. We cut this container out, cut the walls out here. Actually, a shipping container we cut down the other day, and we put some double doors on it, and we've just welded some new ends on it. This was just an offcut. It was a tube. If you imagine, we chopped that end off there, and we chopped that off and we used it for another build. This is the last piece, the middle section. So we built a frame on it, put some new panels on. Just to put the forklift down there. So as you can see, we've just done this. This has been sitting for a couple of days. It's starting to rust. We've got to get it covered. But yeah, nice little 15-foot box. If any of you ever need a 15-foot container in your garden, that might do. Okay, now back to the pot-bellied stove. So we've used the third ring. There's the other two. So if you can see, we're just putting some little fork attachments under there, just so the little forklift can lift it. Okay, so we've got to get a grill on here of some sort and put those on. So see you in a minute. Bro's just going to put the mesh in. It's just cutting. So believe it or not, this is just scrap stuff we found lying around. It's not meant to be pretty. I think we're going to have to trim it a little bit, but hang on. Here we go. This is the finesse we use. Get in there. Well, that's going to need some trimming. My brother's persistent. He's had dinner, so that extra weight has just sent it home as he disappears over there. He was not going to cut this twice, so I'm going to get on top. That's actually pretty strong, that is. You reckon it still needs a grill?
What do you mean?
Cross beams?
Oh yeah. This is just the base, bro.
This is just the base, bro. That's it. Let's get it fired up. So, not the Joker, but the Riddler. So these things will spin and cause the ash to drop through. And we're crudely trying to get this together for next week, just so we can set it over there and set fire to it. Believe it or not, do you know what these things are? Do you want to explain what these are, Ian?
I think the legs off the feet.
They're cast iron feet off a table. Those garden tables that you have with the pole coming up and a cast iron table. These are two we've just found over there. And yeah, we're going to use them because we want to.
So when it actually falls on top of it, it's actually swinging free to riddle through the bottom, if that makes sense.
Say that again?
It says we've got to suspend this from above so they can spin freely.
Yeah.
So
I reckon what we do, we weld in a piece of bar that way and one here and put a bolt or something sticking up with some washers so that thing can spin on. But we need something that can take extreme heat.
Just put a bear on, okay.
Yes, put a bear on. Okay, I'll get a beam in there. Let's have a look inside. That's it lined out. This is a really thick, durable plastic panel. This is going to be some sort of like a burger bar. Pretty well, kitchen actually. 2 fans in the wall. Now this is that box, that blue box, finished. This is going to be cladded. This is the box that you saw them cutting the window aperture in. And this is two old shipping containers that we had years ago. And these containers have been sitting in the yard for about 8 years. So my brother and I decided to chop them up, cut the walls out, and just make a bit of a house out of it. For if you have a homeless person, as many of our staff were homeless guys, and yeah, let's turn the lights on in here. So this is just 2 shipping containers, 20 foot joined together. You wouldn't believe it. There's all plastic still on the windows. It looks a bit scabby, but that's protective film. So if I pan around. So we built this about 2 years ago, out of just stuff lying around the yard. We try not to buy stuff with when we're just doing little experiments like this. And in here we have a little shower room. And let's turn the light on. There's a mirror there, as you can see. And yeah, what could be a bedroom with our frame in here that we're working with at the moment. And lights. So this is literally 2 20-foot shipping containers joined. You can still see the join on the floor down there, look. And it's behind that wall. These literally just clip together. That would make a good, get a double bed in there, a wardrobe behind here. And we did this just as a bit of an R&D thing, bit of just an experiment. And it does need a lick of paint on it though. But this was just something my brother and I just thought we'd do, just in our spare time. Patio windows there. We're actually building a 7-bay. We're literally cutting 7 shipping containers together. Well, we're getting 7 shipping containers, and we're knocking all the walls out, and we're strengthening the roofs, and we're making a 7-bay storage area, probably for a workshop for a company that wants it. But just come and have a look at this. Just watch what they're doing. So as I walk out the house, thing here you can see it's just 2 20-foot shipping containers joined together. So we're here strengthening this box at the moment. There's a lot of strengthening going on top of the roof at the moment. You can hear the welder going. There's 4 more of these to do, and we've just done these here. And as you can see, we're just lining this out as a workshop as we go. Put some windows in, we have put some doors in the end, and this is going to be a workshop. And you can imagine that this is only 3, and there's going to be 4 more of these. So this room is going to be huge with the lighting on and all the cowlings on. And yeah, it's going to be a workshop. To go. Huge amount of strengthening going on with those 2 boxes at the moment. And they'll end up as being part of this once they're done.
You know my name.
You were monitored ever since our sensors first detected you. Now, Maximilian, calm down. Don't pick on small people. Such a nice little robot.
We have now found 2 pieces of road plate. Heavy bumper stuff. As you can see, this stuff's really thick. Even this piece here is really heavy. They use this on roads when they went trucks to sort of pass over a hole. So that would hold the weight of 30 ton, 40 ton truck going over a small hole. Put a roof on there and a chimney. It works so. They would stick plastic in there. It's full of plastic bags and well, old Max is eating it. That's not good.
Devour the entire universe.
Why not? When you can see giant suns sucked in and disappear without a trace.
Okay, Maximilian is now running. Just knock off the soot.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, you remember. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. Wow. But this is the finished product. Maximilian eating. Next project. Just took a match in, there's petrol on it. It's so hot. Guys, how hot is it? What's it feel like? Comfortable? It's hot. So, yeah. I can't even get any closer. It's too hot.